Well, I've waited for this article my whole life. I'm glad it came, and it's from enlightenedconscious.com. But I'm a good man. I'm not a nice guy though, and I've waited to be able to explain this, and I think this article puts it really perfectly. So I thought I'm going to do it with this article. Finally, the moment has come, because it explains it really well. And, I really hate, and hate with a H, not dislike. I definitely hate. Gets really on my nerves. People being nice just to be nice, and because it's more socially acceptable. And then undercurrents of things go unnoticed, unchecked, and so on, So I think it's better to be a good man in the end. It can be more harsh, but in the end it creates a better world, in my opinion. I'm sick of all this fake, nice guy, surface, superfluous sort of stuff, It's like facsimile, face value, which isn't really the real value of things all the time. Are you a good man or a nice guy? If this seems to you like an odd question, we're going to read this article. But I agree here. A nice guy will tell you a pretty lie in order to avoid the discomfort of telling you an ugly truth. So do you want a pretty lie or an ugly truth? But good men will tell you the truth, however unpleasant, because that's part of his integrity. Yeah, well said, the right words. Let's continue. A nice guy will do some nice things with unspoken expectations. Most definitely they perpetuate that frequency control as well. That's why. And that's how I'm going to turn this into my example. So we're not just reading the examples from this article. You'll have a nice guy who'll maybe be pretending to be friends with you or something. I don't know, just from back when I was younger. And you're going for a girl, and then, they're trying to be friends with you, but then really they're after the girl. Or something like that. These unspoken undercurrent expectations and moves that they play. And in times when they're not even called for it, It's just because it's their character. Anyway. For example, he will take a woman on a date and he will expect to get something in return. But good men do things without expectation of a payoff. And, I've had my moments where I've, taken a girl on a date and expected something in return. But I've felt the integrity of the next sentence, doing something without the expectation. And I've actually had joy of that in the same experience of taking a girl on a date, for instance, and not expecting it, literally not expecting that of her, and, trying to bring that into it, and it felt good in the end. But then there's other times where, you don't expect something in return, so I guess I am a good man and not a nice guy, because I've never really expected it, fully. Sometimes if, you hit it off really good, you think, well, don't they want me the same way as I want them, for instance? But, yeah, mostly I've leaned to the second part of that, the good man part. Believe it or not, probably don't, because I probably don't come off that way, I don't know. Anyway. But it's true, and this next sentence, he is acting following his core values, and it's that part that I do it for, because it makes me feel more myself, That's the whole part I'm trying to get to here. I'm doing stuff off my core values, not what society says, not what my friends, my mates say. I don't really care what they say. I might take it into consideration, but that's about the best that can happen, because in the end, every decision I make is my decision, and I really try my hardest to make sure of that, because then I'm being myself and I don't have to regret things later, or figure out I'm a wally later. And if he receives a return, it will merely be a bonus. Yeah, it's pretty right, pretty spot on. A nice guy will be worried about his reputation, but good men will only be concerned with their character. Yeah, that's another good way of putting it too. You can speak all you want about me. Like I've noticed after I've done the left side of the brain videos and the Eno Fave videos, just pointing some things out about them, because I got a synchronistic sign to do so, you stupid mother effers. So you go on your synchronicity, you dumbasses. I see a lot of people are not watching my videos now. Oh well, good riddance to you. See you later. You can miss out on the metaphysical baton holding information, yeah? And so I don't really care about my reputation. If I've ruined my reputation, I hope I didn't even put one up. And it's these fake ass societal people that always need you to have a reputation, because your reputation is then the box, you see. That's how they put you in a box. And they think he's just this, he's just that, he's just like this, he's just like that. Well, you're completely wrong. I'm a souled human, so I can't fit in your little stupid box, actually. So I don't really care if you guys do an exodus after I diss your little favourite hot person for the month or year. Get over them. Someone wearing a demon shirt doing organic portal videos is a clown. I'm not the clown for pointing it out, you knob. Anyway, a nice guy fears of being rejected, so he seeks validation. But good men are self-validated. Effing oath. Ken oath, mate. Ken oath. He does not tie his worth, no matter if he is rejected or accepted. I don't tie my worth to your rejection, in other words, don't care. I'm standing with truth, and that's all I'm going to do. A nice guy will just cloak his intentions and will also be unclear. Yeah, definitely. A good man will be upfront about his intentions. He will have clear aims. He does not leave a space for ambiguity. A nice guy has loose boundaries, and he will also bend over backward in order to seem nice. And that, man, these bitch men annoy me. These bitch men of the Matrix who do this type of behavior. But the good man has his boundaries clear. In that way, he earns the respect of other people that surround him, and I don't even really care about respect. That's how far. I'm not Burgoyce. I'm not the Burgoyce class. A nice guy will smoother his current love interests, or smother. It's not a double O, is it? A nice guy will smother or smoother his current love interest and will make the woman the center of his universe. But the good man will give her an appropriate attention, yes. That's why I said at the start, sometimes I would go with expecting something if they're maybe, on the whorish side. And, sometimes I'd go with a completely different intention, which would be more my base value system of, I don't really care, I don't expect you to do something tonight necessarily because I chose you just to hang out with you. That does happen from good men, because I've done it. So the good man will give her an appropriate attention, I like that, without becoming overbearing or take over the life of that woman. Yeah, I've seen the bitch men doing the pressuring of the social pressure in a group. And a nice guy will often blame other people or circumstance as well as the fate for his loss in life. But a good man will recognize his role and will also take responsibility for his actions. Nice guys will often make some lofty promises to look good in front of the girl, but good men will only make the promises which he will be able to keep. Not trying to stretch myself. So really we're seeing a fake against non-fake theme here, in my opinion. Nice doesn't mean truth, and nice often means fake. Nice guys usually want to play the role of the knight in shining armor, but this will quickly disappear when shit gets real. Good men know that it is not their job to rescue anyone. They will just show up and have their other person's back when they need that. A nice guy will discard anything, as well as anyone that is not useful for them anymore, especially these bitch men in the social rankings. They love trying to climb their way to be part of a group and respected by the group because they feel very uncomfortable alone. See, I feel very comfortable alone. That's how I also know I'm a good man. Who's sane? I'm very sane because I can sit with myself, so I must be very sane. But a good man will show respect towards the other person's inherent dignity. He will kindly treat them even when they do not have any role or purpose in his life plan anymore. Yeah, done that. Can be, not the right thing to do all the time. But anyway, a nice guy has the lack of leadership abilities and he is content. Yeah, definitely. A nice guy has the lack of leadership abilities and is just trying to be part of the group matrix hive mind. Oh wait, that's not what it says. And he is content when he lets other people lead his life because he's a loser who doesn't lead, can't lead, and just needs to try and be part of the group to hide. But a good man will take serious charge of his life. He will also become the master of his fate. Whoa, how much does that apply to my life, hey guys? Saying I'm refusing to work for the system, trying to be in my own integrity completely with just your donations. Yeah. A nice guy will do anything not to hurt the feelings of someone, but the good man will realize that sometimes even the kindest thing may hurt, but eventually it will be helpful, especially to tell an ugly truth, to reiterate. A nice guy will often say what other people want to hear, but the good man will say what they need to hear. Does your ass look big in that? Perhaps it does. Perhaps you do need to go to the gym or the beach. Perhaps your ass looks big in it because your ass is big. And why would you hide the lie? Why are we hiding it? So it can get bigger and you can get more unhealthy. Come on, A nice guy does not have the habit of apologizing when he is wrong. He thinks that it makes him weak. But a good man is quick with apologies and fast with reparations. The nice guy will live in service of himself, service to self. I'm definitely a service to others, or STO, not an STS. Yeah, nice guys are definitely STS, service to self. And his desires, the good man will live in service of humanity. Oh, check that one off with consciousazine.net productions every day for the last, let me check, 6 years. The nice guy is concerned with appearances and etiquette, while Benjamin Kallenberg don't give a F about his appearance or etiquette, and that's why he has rough hair and just doesn't give a crap. While the good man, Benjamin Kallenberg, is concerned with character and morality only. A nice guy will take the easy road, but the good man is committed to his development. He will do the work to become a better Benjamin Kallenberg. The good man will realize that he is not going to get there if he takes the shortcuts in life, relationships, or even business. The good man will do no work and he will reap the benefits. The nice guy will look on with envy. Did that make sense? Hold on. I think they mean the good man will do the work, not do no work. Yeah, that's probably a typo, that one. Anyway, so I thought that was a good article by LisaValajos.com. Oh, via Elephant Journal. Yeah, I like that elephantjournal.com. That's a good website. So there you go, from enlightenedconsciousness.com.